The Huang He, or Yellow River, is the second longest river in China and one of the longest in the world. It begins at twin lakes Galing and Erling in the Canal Mountains of northern China and flows more than 3,000 miles eastward to the Yellow Sea. The river is named for the massive quantities of yellow silt it carries to its delta. The Huang He is sometimes called China's sorrow because of the devastating floods that once occurred regularly in its lower course. The Chinese government has undertaken massive projects to control the flooding. The upper Huang He is turbulent and wanders east through a series of gorges to the fertile Landa Valley. Hydroelectric dams in the Liuyaya generate electricity and capture water for irrigation at Landa, the largest city on the river. Past Landa, the Huang He becomes a wide, slow-moving stream as it travels around the Oerdas's desert through what's known as Great Northern Bend. The river is navigable in places, but only for small vessels. It then passes through the heavily populated agricultural region of Ninja, a 60-mile-long irrigated oasis where cereals and fruits are grown. At the northwest corner of the Great Northern Bend, the Huang He divides into numerous branches, watering a fertile area where ancient irrigation canals are still in use. Turning south, the Huang He passes by the Great Wall of China and enters the fertile Loess region, where rich coal deposits are to be found on both sides of the river. It's here that the river picks up most of the yellow silt from which it gets its name. It's then joined by its main tributaries, the Wei and Fen rivers, before turning east and flowing through the Sanmen Gorge, site of the Sanmenya Dam, which is used for power production, flood control, and navigation. Eventually, the river reaches the North China Plain, which is a huge delta created from silt dropped at the Huang He's mouth over thousands of years. The plain is one of China's most important agricultural regions, producing corn, winter wheat, vegetables, and cotton. It extends over much of Hunan, Hebei, and Shandong provinces and merges with the Yangtze Delta in Jiangsu and Anhui provinces. The Huang He then flows into the Yellow Sea. During the dry winter season, the Huang He is heavy with silt and slow-moving, but when summer rains arrive, it becomes a raging river. Since the 2nd century BCE, there have been 9 major changes to the course of the lower Huang He. In an attempt to halt the Japanese invasion of China in 1938, the Chinese diverted the Huang He south, flooding more than 20,000 square miles and killing 900,000 people. It was returned to its present course in 1947. The Chinese have long sought to tame the Huang He by building dikes and overflow channels. Massive deposits of silt have raised the height of the riverbed and have been the main cause of flooding over the years. In places, the river flows 60 to 70 feet above the surrounding plains. During the high water summer period, pressure against the dikes can break through the retaining walls, causing devastating floods. In 1955, the Chinese initiated a 50-year construction plan designed to control the river. Dikes have been repaired and reinforced, and a series of silt-retaining dams were constructed to control the upper river, produce electricity, and provide water for irrigation. The People's Victory Canal, a 40-mile-long diversion and irrigation channel, connects the Huang He with the Wei River. In recent years, extensive use of the river's waters has severely reduced the flow of the Huang He in its lower reaches. Sometimes it fails to reach the sea at all. In the year 2000, the Chinese government embarked on a program to replenish the overused Huang He by diverting water from the Yangtze River through a series of canals. It's estimated that it may take as long as 50 years to complete this huge project.